Miss Hector, stay in school as long as you can. And she said to you nobody else was supposed to drive the car?
Yes.
And she said she didn't want any other kids in the car?
I don't know.
You don't know. Did she tell you she didn't want you to drive out of state?
No.
No. Did she tell you to be careful?
All the time.
Well, when she let you drive her car, what were the rules, if any, that she gave you?
There was not. I don't recall. Just be careful and don't hit nothing.
Well, that's good advice. Well, on what date did you hit something?
Maybe last. I don't recall.
Miss Hector, is she acting for me today, or is this what her attitude is?
This is it.
Then I wouldn't have let her have a car. Why did you let that
Thought
attitude
she was
have
more
a car?
responsible.
You mean when she was asking for the car? Because now she's acting like an idiot.
Right. When she was asking for the car, I didn't get none of this attitude.
I mean, did she ever give you this attitude, or is
No.
it just me?
Judge, it has to just be you.
Yeah, well, I have that effect on people sometimes. They get stupid, you know. They're smart outside, they come in here, and they leave their brains at the exit sign.
Right.
That's the independent witness. Did you understand what I just read?
I mean, yes, but, I'm a teenager African-American. They were Caucasian, and so was the police officer. And then he drove off. So how can he even talk to the police officer when he drove off? He stopped to ask, was the lady okay? He ain't talked to no police officer.
First of all, could you lower your voice about 2 octaves? Lower your voice about 2 octaves, like mine. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. You want me to read it to you again?
I
Do you want me to read it to you again?
understand
I
what
don't
you
care
read.
whether the police were black, white, chartreuse, yellow, or green. What difference does it make? A witness who had no axe to grind stopped at the accident long enough to give the police officer his name and his telephone number so that he could be a witness. A very good citizen. He didn't stop because you were black. He stopped because you were driving. I'm speaking. Lower the octave. He stopped because he witnessed an accident that was your fault and he wanted to tell the police about it. That's being a good citizen.
Boy.
Judgment for the plaintiff for the amount of $1,250. Half of it is your fault. I wouldn't let her drive a scooter. So far, I'm not sure who's responsible. You were at work, right? Your landscaper couldn't work that day, so he was playing video games. How old is he, by the way?
20.
How old are you?
23.
The reason women usually marry men a little bit older is because it takes them longer to grow up.
He's pretty mature. I don't...
He's mature?
Yeah, he's...
Okay. Don't say anything. Tell me what parties you're talking about.
Okay, so our salon was geared towards girls, young girls, like 4 to 12, the age range, and we did special birthday parties for them. So they would come in, have their hair and makeup done, makeup application, chocolate facials, just like a little party, but with the salon atmosphere there. But we did do regular hair salon services as well during the week, but the majority of the parties were on the weekends.
Okay, then you sold Mr. Musa the business.
I did not sell him the business. I sold his wife, Madeline Scarretta, the business.
Oh, then what is he doing here?
I have no idea, Your Honor. I just found out she wasn't going to be here today.
Got the wrong party. Where do you come from?
Islip, Long Island.
Well, that's too bad. Why isn't...
I am the one who dealt with him, and she gave me power of attorney to represent
Let me
him.
see it.
Okay. I'm sorry, my son can help me with that if you don't mind, Your Honor.
Of course, I just want to see the power of
yes,
attorney
that's
that she
about it.
gave you the authority to appear on her behalf today. Okay. Now, you sold Mr. Musa's wife the business for how much?
I did. $38,000.
And how much did Mrs. Musa or her husband pay you back of the $38,000?
Can I go to my...
No, just tell me.
He was the one dealing with the payment because I started school again and I didn't want to have any dealings with this fiance.
Stand up. How much money did they pay back?
They paid back approximately, I do have it in my notes, Your Honor.
How much did you pay back?
I paid the whole thing.
I have it here. So we sold the business on...
No, I just asked you a question. I said of the $38,000 purchase price, how much did they pay back?
They paid back $16,549 on the first contract.
I didn't ask you that question. I asked you a simple question. I'm going to ask you only once, and then I'm just going to throw you out. I said, how much did they pay you in total?
They paid us $20,549.
Period.
Yes.
Do you have proof, sir, that you paid them more than $20,540?
Yes, I don't have a proof with me. But
You don't have the proof with you? Go back to Long Island.
Quickly, I had a bathroom that needed to be renovated. They said that they were going to be late on their rent. I said, well, let's work something out. Let's do some work to the bathroom to pay your rent. $1,000 was the agreement. $500 for labor, $500 for materials. We started on the bathroom, ripped things apart, left them a big mess for 2 to 3 days.
Well, what made you think you could renovate your bathroom?
Well, he said that he had a small business, that he's a handyman. He does handyman services.
Handyman doesn't renovate a bathroom. Renovating a bathroom requires pulling permits, doing a whole bunch of things.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, then you were trying to get a job done for very little.
Just trying to help them out too.
Well, and yourself.
Yes. Yeah, I need it remodeled.
You
for
need
sure.
a remodel, and it didn't work out. So that was what the spat was about.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so you said, give me back my furniture.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you claimed that they put it in the hallway and some of it was damaged.
Yes, ma'am.
What's the value of old furniture?
The armoire was $1,100 purchased.
I
and-
don't care.
Okay.
I don't care. If you went to sell it, you get $50. You couldn't even move it. What else?
The lamps,
What else?
$40 a piece. Not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking about nothing. So my question to you is, Miss Amma, why are you suing them? Because we're really talking about nothing.
Because this piece, it wasn't about the money, it was sentimental. I acquired it from taking care of an elderly lady for 2 years. And I just felt as though me helping them out, they should have never damaged my property like they did.
Tell me what they did to the armoire.
I have pictures if you'd like to see them.
I would. Thank you. I can't tell what this whole thing looks like. Is it glass?
Yes, ma'am. The first picture that I gave you was one of it whole.
Okay, want to tell me how this got damaged?
Yes, ma'am. The piece was actually sitting in front of our bed, kind of as a footboard, and I would watch her younger son frequently. He would sit on the bed and he would throw items at the top of it. That's how the top got cracked. The burn holes are incense cones that were placed there and had burnt through and melted the piece by complete accident.
Okay. Are you going to have it fixed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, did you get an estimate on having it fixed?
No, ma'am.
How am I supposed to guess having the cigarette burns fixed has to be refinished? Okay, that's your fault. $250. Now, you have a counterclaim. What's your counterclaim for?